It's been a while since I've done a crochet pattern roundup video, and I thought it was about time. And recently in a poll, I asked you all what kind of patterns you'd like to see, and Dark and Moody was highly requested. So in this video, I'm going to share 30 patterns, and I'll be separating them into 4 different categories: accessories, home decor, granny squares and doilies, and clothing. There are going to be paid as well as a few free patterns in this roundup, and if you want to check out any of the exact links, you can head over to my blog, which is linked in the description box below. First is this Moonwish wrap by the Curio Crafts Room. This crochet shawl pattern can be adjusted to any size, but the instructions show how to create one in a size small and large, and it has US as well as UK terms and is written in Dutch as well as English. It's rated as beginner friendly and it's on the Lovecrafts website. I loved all the texture in this one and how you can also add a button or pin to the design as well. Next is the Mothman bandana by Mythic Mist. The pattern is one size and is beginner friendly as well, and it requires knowing basic stitches. It's written in US terms and is a paid pattern over on their Etsy, and I loved it in that black, red, and gray colorway, but it would also be really fun to play around with some different colors on this pattern. I also liked this centipede scarf by Lips Meet Tongue. It measures 160 centimeters long by 30 centimeters wide and is made using tapestry crochet, so you do need to know how to read a grid pattern. So this one is more intermediate level to make, and this is a pay what you make pattern over on their Ko-fi. I loved all the details on the design, such as the little legs of the centipede, and just felt like it'd be really fun to make. Another great pattern is the Devil Bonnet by Om Studio. It's perfect for Halloween, cosplay, or even festivals, or to gift to someone, and also great for cold weather. It fits adult size 22 to 24 inches and is beginner friendly to make, and this one is a paid pattern over on their Etsy. I loved the harped shaped face opening and the big bow on the design here. This next pattern is the Forgotten Lore Shawl by Fiber and Fox, and it's a paid pattern on Ravelry, and the name is inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. They crocheted it up with a fine merino, silk, and cashmere blend, so it has this lovely drape to it and is really light. And the pattern includes a lot of photos and individual row and stitch count details. It's more advanced beginner level to make, and I loved the dragon wing look that this design has as well. Or make this art scarf by Devout Hand, and this one is a beginner friendly paid pattern on their website. You just need to know how to be able to follow a pixel graph because it does use the tapestry crochet technique to make it, and you could easily also adjust it to make it longer or shorter as you like. I just thought this one is so creative and would be a really great way to learn how to do tapestry crochet if you haven't learned how to already. This Web Mistress scarf by Michelle Dunayer is also a lovely make. It's a paid pattern over on their Ravelry and is made in one size, which measures 28 inches long. You can also make it in a small size as a wall hanging, and I thought it looks like a spider web and just thought this one would be a really fun layering piece, especially for the fall. The Black Widow motif by Alex Sixel is also a great make. It's more intermediate to make, and it does use the mosaic technique to create it. It uses several special stitches that are detailed as a photo tutorial of those stitches, and here they used it as a table runner, but you can also use it to make shawls or pillows or blankets or even apparel and anything else that you'd like. And this one's a paid pattern over on their Ravelry and also a YouTube video tutorial over on their channel. If you're looking for a more esoteric make, then you might like this Ouija tote bag by Dark and Tristy Housewife. This one's a paid pattern on Ravelry and comes with written instructions and a chart. I love the size and shape of this one as well, and just thought it was a really overall creative design. I also like this choker by Little John's Yarn. It uses basic stitches and is free over on our blog and YouTube channel, and it's perfect for a beginner because it's pretty simple and doesn't take that long to make. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to make if you're familiar with basic stitches, so it'd really be good to whip up with some scrap yarn that you might have lying around as well. All right, now let's look at some home decor patterns. First is the Luna Moth Filet Crochet Curtains by Lips Meets Tongue, and to create it you do need to know basic stitches as well as how to fillet crochet, and it measures 101 centimeters by 76 centimeters and is intermediate level to create. It's pay what you want over on their Ko-fi, and I just thought this design was really unique and would be really fun to display in a window to give it some character. Next is the Mistress of the Dark Tapestry by Hooked and Worsted. You can unleash your inner goth goddess and make this Elvira Mistress of the Dark, and it's intermediate level to make, and it requires you to be familiar with tapestry crochet and changing colors. It's a paid pattern over on the Ravelry, and I just really loved how detailed this one is. I also make the Until the Darkness Claims Us tapestry blanket by Between the Covers, and this blanket measures 50 by 60 inches, which is quite large, and it uses the tapestry crochet method to create it. It includes a graph and written instructions if you prefer to not follow the graph, and this one's a paid pattern over on their Ravelry. And another great project is the Scarab Plant Holder by Dark and Dramatic Crochet. In order to create it, it's worked in the round on a circular base and can be customized to fit most plant pots. I love the scarab design, and it uses the mosaic crochet technique to make, and this one would be really fun to make, and you can use it for all kinds of things like salsa jars or jelly jars or even old candle holders. I really loved this Granny Square Skull Infinity Square by Spider Mambo, and it's a paid pattern over on the Lovecrafts website. You can create it using any weight that you'd like depending on the size that you'd like your square to be, and you only need to use basic stitches to make it. But it is rated advanced to make, so that's good to keep in mind. The Royal Dark Star Doily by Trellis Creations is another great make, and it's a paid pattern in their Ravelry shop, and it would be great to make and display on a table and make with sport weight yarn as it creates a doily. I really liked how gorgeous this one was in that midnight blue hue that they made it in. Or make this Skull Granny Square by Artsy Gremlin, and it's a beginner level friendly make and only uses basic stitches to create it. It's a paid pattern over in their Etsy, and I really liked how they used two contrasting colors for this one, and you can use it to make bags and pockets and all kinds of things. And if you want to see some different pattern ideas of what to make with granny squares, then definitely check out these videos after this one. Another good granny square make is this Midnight Moon by the Crochet Laboratory, and this pattern combines Victorian lace and mystical symbolism in a modern Gothic granny square design. It's rated intermediate or advanced beginner level to make, and it's a paid pattern over in their Etsy shop. And this one would be really fun to create with afghans, throws, baby blankets, and wearables like cardigans or purses even. Now I'll share some clothing patterns. First is the Dark Side of the Moon crop top by Moonlit Shop, and this one's a paid pattern over in their Ravelry and has steps on how to change the size as you like. I like this one as a Pink Floyd fan, and if you are as well, I think you will too. And I know a lot of Pink Floyd was played around my house growing up, so I thought this one was really cool. Or make this fun spiderweb top by me. I have this one as a YouTube video tutorial here on my channel, as well as a paid written pattern over on my website. It's more intermediate or confident beginner to make and has sizes extra small to 5XL and uses basic stitches to make it. It has more of an oversized fit and drapes really nicely over your shoulders for that really nice dramatic effect. Another great make is this skeleton harness, also by me, and this one is a really nice blend of spooky and stylish. It's rated intermediate because it does require a bit of sewing the pieces all together to assemble, and there are sizes extra small to 5XL, as well as a lot of tips on how to adjust it as you like. And this one's a free YouTube video tutorial here on my channel, as well as a paid written pattern over on my website. I also liked this Graveyard Duster by Eerie Knots, and this one's nice because it's a lightweight sweater, which is great for spring and fall, and it's also beginner friendly because it only uses basic stitches. This one is one size and is a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. I liked how this one had that crypt core aesthetic vibe that I've been seeing everywhere recently, and I just thought this one would be really cool to style as well. Or make the Lizette Sweater Shawl by Carolyn C. This one is a really nice meshy shawl with a deep lacy scalloped pineapple border, and this one seems to be one size. I really loved how it's lacy and retro and great for balmy days and cooler evenings. This one's more intermediate level to make and is a paid pattern over on their website. And another great pattern is this Bone Dance Creepy Skull Circle Vest by Spider Mambo. It's a paid pattern on Lovecrafts as well, and the finished piece measures 43 inches in diameter and 9 inches wide in the back between the armholes and 16 inches length from the shoulder to the longest point around. So it's good to note that, and it is one size. I also liked the Grim Reaper cardigan by Laksa. There are sizes small to 2XL, and it's a paid pattern on their Etsy. The stitches required are the single crochet in the back loop only, single crochet 2 together, and the chain stitch. This one would take a while to make, but I definitely think that it would be worth it because it's quite unique. And next is the Dark Princess Skirt by Red and the Wolf Designs. This one is made to measure so you can adjust the fit as you like, which is really nice. We love that around here. And it's a paid pattern in their Ravelry. You can make it with lace weight or DK weight or heavier yarn weight depending on the results that you want. And I love how flirty this design is and how you can layer it when you're styling. Well, what did you think of these 30 dark and moody crochet patterns? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to check out each of the exact links to any of the patterns I mentioned over on my blog, which is linked in the description box below. And if you liked this video, then you might also want to check out the book Crochet Like a Goth by Christina Tumalevi. I know that one is definitely next on my list, especially as we get closer to Halloween and the more fall season. So I'll link that as well in the description box below if you want to check that out. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me over in the next one.